Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Government not to step back from its pledges to people, says Prime Minister Tarique Rahman inaugurating family card distribution. Family card not only to empower women but also to bring about big economic change, comments Finance and Planning Minister. Prosecution to conduct internal investigation into allegations of leaking audio of former ICT prosecutor Simon Reza. At least 40 Iranians killed in eastern Tehran residential area as US-Israeli strikes continue. And Bangladesh to face Pakistan in first of three-match ODI series in Mirpur tomorrow. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Tarique Rahman inaugurated the government's landmark Family Card program to ensure women empowerment in the country. The Premier handed over the family cards to 17 women at the inauguration ceremony at TNT Playground in Bonani, adjacent to Karail Slum in the capital today. Later, Tarique Rahman reached out the money of family cards to accounts of 37,567 women in 14 places of different districts by pressing button on laptop. On the occasion, Prime Minister Tarique Rahman said his government will gradually implement all its election pledges at any cost to change people's fortunes and promote the development of the country. Tarique Rahman expressed his firm belief that his government will gradually be able to deliver the family card to women heads of all 4 crore families in Bangladesh within the next 5 years.
আজকে এই অনুষ্ঠানটি আমাদের জন্য অত্যন্ত একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ অনুষ্ঠান, একটি স্মরণীয় দিন এবং একটি ঐতিহাসিক অনুষ্ঠান। এটি বহু বছর যাবত বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল পরিকল্পনা গ্রহণ করেছে। বাংলাদেশের জনসংখ্যার অর্ধেক জনসংখ্যা হচ্ছে নারী। আমরা দৃঢ়ভাবে বিশ্বাস করি এই অর্ধেক জনসংখ্যাকে যদি আমরা পেছনে রাখি, এই অর্ধেক জনসংখ্যাকে যদি আমরা এম্পাওয়ার না করি, তাদেরকে যদি ক্ষমতায়ন না করি, শিক্ষা এবং অর্থনৈতিকভাবে তাদেরকে যদি ক্ষমতায়ন আমরা না করতে পারি, তাহলে অবশ্যই দেশকে কোনোভাবেই সামনে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়া সম্ভব না। বর্তমান সরকার গঠনের আগেই পরিকল্পনা গ্রহণ করেছে কিভাবে নারীদেরকে আমরা ক্ষমতায়ন করব, অর্থনৈতিকভাবে সচ্ছল করে গড়ে তুলব, এবং তারই অংশ হিসাবে আজকে এই ফ্যামিলি কার্ড আমরা সমগ্র বাংলাদেশে পর্যায়ক্রমিকভাবে ইন্ট্রোডিউস শুরু করলাম। আজকে আমি দৃঢ়ভাবে বিশ্বাস করি আমার সরকার পর্যায়ক্রমিকভাবে বাংলাদেশে যে 4 কোটি পরিবার রয়েছে, সেই 4 কোটি পরিবারের যারা নারী প্রধান, তাদের কাছে আগামী 5 বছরের মধ্যে ইনশাল্লাহ পর্যায়ক্রমিকভাবে সকলের কাছে আমরা এই ফ্যামিলি কার্ড নিয়ে যেতে সক্ষম হব ইনশাল্লাহ। এই দেশটি আমাদের প্রথম এবং শেষ ঠিকানা। এই দেশের মানুষের প্রত্যাশা বর্তমান নির্বাচিত সরকারের কাছে অনেক, সেটি আমরা বুঝতে পারি। কিন্তু একই সাথে আমরা যদি বাস্তবতা বিবেচনা করি এবং সমসাময়িক ঘটনা, মধ্যপ্রাচ্যের যে পরিস্থিতি, সকল কিছু যদি বিবেচনা করি, তাহলে আমরা যে প্রতিশ্রুতিগুলো দিয়েছিলাম, আমরা অবশ্যই আমাদের প্রতিশ্রুতি থেকে বিন্দুমাত্র আমরা অবস্থান পরিবর্তন করব না। সমসাময়িক বৈশ্বিক পরিস্থিতির কারণে ক্ষেত্র বিশেষে হয়তো আমাদের কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে সময় বেশি লাগতে পারে প্রতিশ্রুতিগুলো বাস্তবায়নের জন্য। সেজন্যই আজকে আমি সকলকে অনুরোধ করব যে আসুন আমরা ধৈর্যের সাথে সমগ্র পরিস্থিতি মোকাবেলা করি, আমরা ধৈর্যের সাথে সুন্দরভাবে আমাদের এই দেশটিকে গড়ে তুলি।
Dr. Zubaida Rahman, spouse of Prime Minister Tarique Rahman, was present as special guest, while Social Welfare Minister Professor Dr. A.Zatem Zahid Hussain, State Minister Farzana Sharmin, Dhaka North City Corporation Administrator Shafiqul Islam Khan, and Social Welfare Secretary Dr. Muhammad Abu Yusuf, among others, addressed the occasion. Finance and Planning Minister Amir Khusru Mahmood Chaudhry said the family code will not only empower women but also bring about a big change in the economy of Bangladesh. He said this at the inauguration ceremony of the family card distribution program among the beneficiaries at the Pothinga Airport High School ground in Ward number 41 of the Chattogram City Corporation today. He said that the BNP has started the process of fulfilling the election pledges made to the people within a month, which no other government has done before. In the coming days, all the facilities and benefits will be available nationally through this card. He said that the government's goal is for all people to enjoy the benefits of a welfare state. The program of distributing family cards to housewives of 5,575 families in Ward number 41, South Pothinga, was inaugurated at the ceremony. In the first phase, 680 housewives will get these cards. Chattogram City Mayor Dr. Shadat Hussain presided over, while State Minister for Chattogram Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Muhammad Helaluddin and Member of Parliament Abu Sufyan, among others, attended the occasion. The prosecution will conduct an internal investigation into the allegations of leaking an audio recording of former International Crimes Tribunal prosecutor Simon Reza demanding a bribe of 1 crore taka. At the same time, Chief Prosecutor Aminul Islam expressed his resentment over the incident. The Chief Prosecutor made these remarks after the meeting of the prosecution panel today. He said that the matter came to his attention only after it was reported in the media. Stating that the judiciary was squeezed in these incidents, the Chief Prosecutor said that a reinvestigation will be conducted into the trial work of the tribunal after the mass uprising. An audio recording of International Crimes Tribunal prosecutor Mohammad Simon Reza Talukdar demanding a bribe of 1 crore taka was leaked on the assurance of acquitting an accused in the murder case of Wasim Akram, a college student who was killed in Chattogram during the July mass uprising. However, he resigned from the tribunal before this. The Law Ministry issued a notification accepting his resignation letter on Monday. An Iftar Mahfil was organized at the initiative of the Chattogram District Administration today. Finance and Planning Minister Amir Khusru Mahmood Chaudhry was present as the chief guest in the event. The Iftar Mahfil organized at the Chattogram Circuit House was also attended by State Minister for Chattogram Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Muhammad Helaluddin, members of Parliament Irshadullah, Abu Sufyan, Enamul Haq Enam, Shahjahan Chaudhry, Sarwar Alamgir, Chattogram Divisional Commissioner Dr. Ziauddin, Deputy Commissioner Muhammad Jahidul Islam Mia and Divisional and District Administration officials. The Finance Minister said BNP is working to quickly implement the pledges of its election manifesto to move the country forward. The Finance Minister sought the cooperation of everyone, including the administration, for this purpose.
আমরা চাচ্ছি এগুলো স্বল্প সময়ের মধ্যে শেষ করতে। এর মধ্যে 16 তারিখ মিরসরাইতে খাল খননের প্রোগ্রাম 3 কিলোমিটারের প্রোগ্রাম হয়ে গেছে। 54টা ডিস্ট্রিক্টে হবে, একসাথে 54টা ডিস্ট্রিক্টে। সুতরাং প্যারালালি যতগুলো ইলেকশন কমিটমেন্ট করা হয়েছে প্যারালালি প্রত্যেকটা প্রজেক্ট হাতে নেওয়া হয়েছে, বাস্তবায়নের দিকে আমরা যাচ্ছি।
Now international news. At least 40 Iranians have been killed in a devastating Israeli strike on a residential area in eastern Tehran, Iran. According to Al Jazeera, the situation in eastern Tehran remained tense throughout Monday, with several loud explosions reported every 1 to 2 hours during the day. On Monday, other major cities including Isfahan were also targeted. Concern is growing as attacks reportedly occurred near nuclear facilities in Isfahan. There are also reports that the governor's office in the area was struck. A historic palace listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO was also severely damaged in the Israeli bombing. Meanwhile, Tehran has accused the United States of plotting to divide Iran in order to seize control of its oil resources. The allegation was made by the spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry, Ismail Baghei, during a press conference. Speaking on Monday, Baghei said the United States aims to violate Iran's sovereignty, defeat the Iranian people, and undermine their human dignity. He also stated that the attacks by the United States and Israel have put international law at risk, accusing them of violating established international norms and conventions. Baghei further claimed that ongoing diplomatic negotiations prior to the recent attacks were effectively sabotaged by the United States. He said the strikes began while Iran was fully engaged in diplomatic talks. The benchmark oil price has dipped after U.S. President Donald Trump said the war with Iran will end very soon. Oil surged past $100 a barrel on Monday before Trump said the war was very far ahead of schedule and very complete. His comments led to a fall in the oil price, which is now closer to $90 a barrel, but still well above pre-war levels. But Trump lacked clarity even when pushed for detail, and the president later threatened to hit Iran 20 times harder if they stopped oil flowing through the Straits of Hormuz. Iran has reportedly said it will not allow 1 liter of oil to be exported from the region if U.S.-Israeli attacks continue. Also on Monday, President Trump spoke to Russia's Vladimir Putin and later said some oil sanctions could be lifted without specifying on which countries. The Lebanese Health Ministry said 7 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike in the southern Lebanese city of Al-Namiria. Qatar-based media outlet Al Jazeera Arabic reported that Israel also carried out an airstrike in the town of Hadatha in the Bint Zubayl district of southern Lebanon. This brings the total number of deaths from Israeli attacks in Lebanon since March 2nd to nearly 500. Another 1,313 were injured in the attacks. On the other hand, the US-based human rights organization Human Rights Watch (HRW) said that Israel used white phosphorus in attacks on residential areas in southern Lebanon, which is a violation of international humanitarian law. The organization said this in a new report published on Monday. HRW said that it had verified the authenticity of 7 photos. It showed that white phosphorus was fired at a residential area in Yochmor, southern Lebanon. On March 3rd, at least 2 houses were set on fire due to this. Meanwhile, Lebanese President Joseph Aoun has called for a complete ceasefire with Israel. Joseph also sought international support for implementing a new plan to stabilize Lebanon. Now, news on sports. Cricket. Bangladesh will take on Pakistan in the first match at the Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium tomorrow with an aim to make a winning start to the 3-match ODI series. The match will start at 2:15 p.m. The series marks Pakistan's first ODI tour of Bangladesh since 2015, when Bangladesh swept the 3-match series. Last year, Pakistan toured Bangladesh for a 3-match T20 series, which they eventually lost 2-1.